Hello, I'm Liz Priestman, the host of IDGs from the Top Interviews. In this special series, we're featuring women entrepreneurs and leaders, sharing their stories and hearing about the boundaries they're breaking. Today, I'm delighted to introduce Laura Indolfi, the CEO of Panther Therapeutics. Laura, welcome. We're looking forward to hearing more about your story. So let's start by introducing us to Panther Therapeutics.
Hi, Liz. Thanks very much for having me on these interviews. And I'm really thrilled to tell more about Panther and how we got where we are right now. So as you said, I'm the founder and CEO of Panther Therapeutics. That is a clinical stage company that is aimed to revolutionize the way we treat cancer by giving better therapy to patients without really affecting their overall health and providing all of the side effects that everybody is very well aware and accustomed when they are treated for cancer therapy. So
that's amazing and so inspiring. What made you get into the industry, and what inspired you to start your company?
There has been a combination of factors. So as a training, I am a biomedical engineer. So I always wanted to find new innovative way to bring solution for patients around the world and for different disease. Then there has been a combination of personal history as well. Like my dad got diagnosed with leukemia, and luckily everything went well when I was in college. But, going through the experience of going to the doctor and hearing all of the trial and error, we are giving a drug and there will be a lot of side effect. And it really kind of resonated with me that there has been not many improvement in the past 40 years in the way how chemotherapy is delivered and patients with cancer have been treated. And so I kind of put my engineering lenses at work several years later and trying to find a way of delivering the drug directly where it's needed so that it can have their effect and at the same time not poisoning the patients as they go through the chemotherapy. So it was a combination of personal experience. Unfortunately, at the time I started the company, my mom got diagnosed with colon cancer. So there has been a parallel path of living real life and having an extra stride for making sure that what we were going through, other patients will not need to go through. So that has been a bit of the history and rationale for me starting Panther.
It's extraordinary. And I think when we have those personal elements that inspire us and encourage us to keep going and making a measured difference in people's lives and healths, I applaud it. And I think everyone that watches and listens to the interview will be grateful for the work that you're doing. Laura, what's been the biggest challenge so far in scaling Panther Therapeutics?
So we have kept a lean approach. So we have started very focused and very narrowed on the idea of developing the technology and then prove it into the patients so that we could have an effect. But as I mentioned, we are in the business of revolutionizing the way we are delivering the drug, not necessarily the drug per se, because there has been a lot of good development from the pharma company in creating new drugs. It's the delivery method that it's not optimized. And so one of the challenges is that we are a true hybrid and we are a true interconnected field where we have engineers working with doctors, working with surgeons, working with chemists. So one of the challenges was really trying to make a new path for ourselves. We are doing something that nobody has ever done before. And so we are trying to create our journey and our roadmap as we are developing. And there are some challenges associated with that, as well as the good side of getting good rewards and good energy by combining fields that they can be completely unrelated and then finding a way of integrating and come up with solutions that before they were not really possible. So it's two sides of the same medal. Like there is the challenge of having a fully integrated multidisciplinary team and multidisciplinary road moving forward, but also the thrill of see something never been done before come to reality and have good impact on patients.
It's extraordinary. You're truly revolutionizing the space. What does the next stage of growth look like for you and for Panther Therapeutics?
So we have spent the past 6 years since inception to really develop a fully de-risked program for pancreatic cancer. We have tested in an early phase 1 study in Australia last year, and actually last month, almost to the date, we got IND clearance to start our next study here in the US. So the next 12 months will be really critical for us in growing and expanding the clinical development for our first product that is intended, as I mentioned, for pancreatic cancer. But at the same time, now that we have a strong foundation on the platform and the proof of concept, we are also exploring different indication and different additional products so that we can branch out and target and treat different type of solid tumor as well.
It's extraordinary and just paints such a hopeful picture for the future of health. If you were sharing advice with other women entrepreneurs, what would you say to them?
It is going to be a roller coaster. There's going to be a very, getting into entrepreneurship and especially, leading a company. In my case, I found and I led the company. So it's a dual factor of, right now there is talking a lot about the founder mode and making sure that you bring things forward with the energy. There is going to be a lot of internal emotion and roller coaster, because while we all wanted to do good and move forward, we are living in a tough environment also for fundraising and for the market overall. So being ready for that emotional journey of roller coaster and surrounding yourself with mentor and peers and diverse set of feedback and supporters, because it takes a village to bring a company to the next level. And being a CEO, especially, everybody says is a lonely job, is isolated, being at the top. You are on the all of the weight of the company direction kind of at the end of the day weights on you. And so finding a way to have a broader view and broader idea of how to address any of the challenges or rewards that we will be facing every day, it's very important. So mentor and supporter and advisors to me have been one of the best resources I could have in this journey.
Laura, wow, thank you so much. I just want to say thank you for sharing your story and your inspiration for starting Panther Therapeutics and the courage you take leading the company on such a revolutionary journey. We're grateful that you joined us today, and to our audience,
My pleasure.
Thank you for listening in.
Thank you. Thanks very much, Liz, for the opportunity.